So a little evening garden update. Got the zucchini doing well. Everything is last. We had a major just heat wave this last week. I loved it. Luckily, while my veggies didn't love it, they didn't die. So that's good. And some did grow, just not as fast as they should. These are still ripening, the tomatoes. This guy is almost done. These guys are getting there. But once it drops down a little lower over the next few days, these all should start growing a little more and ripen. Plus, when those come off, it'll ripen more. But so these are squash. We have the yellow, green, another yellow. And it's funny because I keep thinning these out, the yellow. And then I keep having new ones come in. So we'll see how we thin them later. We'll see what we do later. This is the onion transplant. So that was a yellow onion from the kitchen that's growing up. The other two in here didn't make it. And then I have another one on the windowsill that needs to be planted later tonight. Our green onions here are starting to grow. And this is funny, I thinned out this one too. And then this guy started popping up today. Just bam, right through. But these guys are going crazy. And then our cilantro is finally coming in. A lot of it's coming in. Mint, there's one little sprout in there somewhere, but they're so slow. And then those are green onions that we planted about a week ago or so. Start clipping those if I want. Lettuce at the bottom of this tomato is doing really well. Growing in, looking good. These are the transplants. I tossed a couple the other day. These two have rooted. This one is rooted, but the heat has really wiped out these. These two also rooted, but I mean, it has the heat just, I think the heat probably did this guy in and this guy in, and we'll see on this one. But these guys are good. And then this is our other tomato. I had to actually tie it off today because this fruit is growing quite a bit. And it has gotten so heavy that when I came out today to check, like you could see right here where it bent over. So bummed. But so we tied it up. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's growing, just slow with the heat. Then the eggplant, I harvested my eggplant last night, and tonight I'm going to be transplanting this into this big guy. And then I'm around the outside doing some New Zealand spinach. And before we get to the peppers and these, this is the other one that's also been just really slow to grow. It was the runt. It's still growing really slow. I think it has more to do with the heat, but we'll see. We've got the lettuce. The lettuce and all of these are coming in really, really well. Like you can see the lettuce on that one is also coming in well. I write when I feed them, so I know. My basil here is coming in pretty well. And then this is, the rosemary is still not coming in at all. That's the marjoram. The oregano was coming in, but then it got crappy, so I went ahead and planted some more today. The parsley finally is coming up, and it's just coming up all of a sudden, like just sprouted like crazy. And then the thyme is also coming in. I already went over those. This is just the bucket of the Paris Island romaine. So it's just a whole bunch of seeds in there. We're not thinning them out. We're just kind of letting them grow in, make their own space. The ones that don't make it, don't make it. And the others, we're going to just clip across and do the cut and come again method. Green onions are just doing awesome. These things are doing amazing. And then here's the other side of the yellow squash. If any of you guys like yellow squash, let me know, because clearly I'm going to have quite a bit. So that's what's going on with all of these babies. And then we'll come over here. Got our Swiss chard coming in. And then our red ghost is still nothing there yet, but I did top this one off. There were two like this. I wanted it bushier like the Thai pepper. And so we topped this one, and then after this one starts growing in more, I'll probably top this one too. These are almost ready. When they pluck off easy, they're ready. And once those are ready, I'm going to be topping these too to bush them out more, get a better crop. These have, this one here is coming in. This is the habanero. And this one here is coming in. If you could see, that's right there. And then the spinach here, the Swiss chard, like I said, is coming in beautifully. The Bloomsdale spinach, I just got my first sprout in there today. You could see it kind of hiding and poking out right in there. And then the Detroit dark red beet, those are coming in like crazy. And the peas, I planted 4 peas, and all 4 peas are sprouting, so that's awesome. And I'll feed all these tonight so they have enough food. The dill is coming in. And it's one of our onions. I had to clean it up the other night, clean up the root, because I had some worm activity eating the onion, but there were still roots, so we'll see. But this one is probably, I'm hit or miss, 50-50 if it's going to make it. Our tarragon is still coming in. The heat slowed it down a little, but not bad. This guy is also great. And all three of these in here were from a sprouting yellow onion I had from Ralph's. So that one's going. And our chives are coming in. Then we've got this guy, which is looking good. So yeah, this table is doing pretty well. Down here we've got carrots and arugula still coming in. Carrots, arugula. It's my husband's smoker. He's making us ribs tonight. So excited. And then here we've got a pea coming in here. We've got the bean coming in right there. And then with the beets, we've got a couple of beets starting to come in, and we've got some more carrots. They're different kinds of carrots. So these are the baby carrots, and these are actual regular carrots. So we got those. And this is funny before we go over to the other pot. So I have this pod down here that I noticed. I put it here more to dry out because it had worm activity from what was planted in here. And yesterday I found this when I was sitting in my little garden seat. And I could not for the life of me remember what this would be growing. Like, what did I plant in here before? And then it hit me and I'm cracking up. So these are all tomato sprouts from a tomato that had gotten soft. It wasn't sprouting, but it was getting soft. So I just decided as an experiment to just bury the tomato, which I did. And after about 2 weeks, nothing was sprouting. And when I went to dig for it, there were just, normal worms eating it. And so I decided to just mix it all up and let it dry out over time, which it did. And then this happened. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tomato plant sprouts in this. So when they get, I'm going to let them get a little bigger, transplant them, and then we'll see. We're going to try and grow tomatoes over the winter. So we'll see how that goes. Hello.
Hi. You sound like the count. 7. Eight plants. I can't even start with that one.
I know. Too many. So here are radishes. And these are the ones, these were transplanted along some of these. Ooh, what are we watching? Something good. I just realized he took off NASCAR and put on something for me. Not that I mind NASCAR. Good memories of us watching NASCAR together. Is it Snow White? Oh no, I'm pretty sure this is Vincent Price, and yes, it is. I think it's two times Tales Told Two, something like that. It's based on Nathaniel Hawthorne stories. It's got this one, another one, and then The House of Seven Gables. It's a fun flick for me. It's October. It's scary month. So anyway, radishes. I've thinned these out as they're growing in. These I don't think are going to do anything. But we spaced some of them out, and then again, we still have some clusters, but we'll see what happens with those. We got a whole bunch of wood because the bed is going to be going in. So excited. Get this one in, and once this is in, we'll put that one in, and then we got this. Oh yeah, my other tomato plant. Good job, Terry. So again, the lettuce is doing well. But here's the other tomato plant that we decided to put in here just to see if the sun made a difference, like if we were getting more sun, because the sun obviously with fall here is changing. So I don't get as much sun over there as I was. So this has a couple of suckers, which I am going to take the suckers off just because they will slow down the ripening of the fruit. It doesn't need to focus on growing more branches, more leaves. It just needs to ripen the fruit. So, but these guys are looking beautiful, and they are growing. They're just growing slow. Again, the heat stumps them so much. It's back to over here. Hello, lady baby. The lettuce, these are ones that were bolting and that I was going to be getting the seeds from, but the heat has just completely demolished all of my lettuce that I was going for seeds. So we'll see what happens with these, but I don't have much expectation. So luckily, my seeds are coming in with them. And here we have the pot. I need to water this real quick because it all needs to stay moist. So we have some broccoli coming in. I replanted some cauliflower today because the cauliflower not sprouted yet, even under the surface. Our Brussels sprouts, we do have one in here. Let's see if I can see it through my phone. Maybe not. But it's been, again, so, oh, here it is. But I don't think it's going to make it. I think it was too hot for them. So we'll see if any of the other seeds I put in here for them sprouted. and if not, we'll plant some more seeds because my daughter is obsessed with Brussels sprouts. And then over here is our turnip, and our turnips are going like crazy. Definitely going to have to thin them out a little, but we're going to let them get a little bit bigger first and then see. So that is what is going on. I don't think there's anything else garden-wise. I could be wrong. If I am, I'll just do a quick little story post later. But another nice night. Cooler weather is on its way, so I will have to bundle up much more. But still, it's nice out, taking advantage. You guys are having a fantastic weekend. I'm having a great Saturday. And yeah, it's our garden. If any of you guys want any of the veggies, I'm going to have plenty.